So what are the things that are actually blocking your receiver field so that you can manifest more, receive more, and be open to attracting more things, more opportunities, more doors, more things to you? Well, in case it's your first time here, my name is Lindsay, and I've manifested my own TV show on Amazon, being able to host and produce it. I've manifested the love of my life, which I'm so grateful for, within 3 days, physical healing, and helped others to be able to do the same thing, which I'm so grateful for. Manifested a free flight just recently on my trip, and also everything was pretty much covered for, where I only spent $12 total. Unheard of on a trip when traveling for about a week. So how did I do these things? So I do have a very open magnetic receiver field. And what I didn't understand is that when your energy field is completely closed, what actually tends to happen is, even though there are things that want to come to you, they're already blocked because you are blocked. And this has to do with the mind, body, and spirit connection. And a lot of times we have our mind, we have our body, we have our spirit, and we see these things as separate entities because they've pretty much disconnected over time. But when your mind, body, and spirit begins to connect again, and you see it as one, and you reunite and reconnect these things together, you actually begin to pull things magnetically to you without really much effort. And I'm not saying there's no effort ever in manifesting. That's not true. Yes, you can take action, but it's aligned, inspired action. Yes, you can move in the direction of the things that you want. And I highly believe you should. For example, me saying, oh, I want to get paid from YouTube, but not posting on YouTube would be a full contradiction, because YouTube is not just going to pay me for no reason, right? So that's why I said, let me start posting on YouTube. And my goal is to be monetized and to be able to receive income through YouTube, right? So if my manifestation would sound something like, oh, I'm so grateful I'm getting paid from YouTube, right? I want to get paid through YouTube. I'm excited. I'm going to post videos, and I know the money's going to come and it's going to follow. And there's no pressure of showing up and posting 3 times a week or burning myself out. There's no interest in that, because I know that I can magnetically pull things to me. The subscribers will find me. I mean, you found me, right? You're a viewer. You found me. Views will find me. The right people will find me without me going so hard in the paint every single second. And so let's talk about the 3 things that actually block your receiver field. First thing is your old programming, your beliefs, your mentality. So when you were growing up and you heard certain things through repetition, you began to believe those things and adopt these beliefs as your own. And so these beliefs played out even in your subconscious mind. If you're like, you know what, my mom wasn't right, or my dad wasn't right, or my grandma, or whoever you heard from back in the day wasn't correct, you still might have thought about those things and taken them to heart and applied them into your own life without even realizing it. And as you began to see patterns in your life where you saw that, oh, this is true. Okay, this is true. And this is how the world works. And this is not fair. And then this happens and that happens. You began to gather data in your mind, and you accepted these beliefs as your own, which then began to limit you. And it's not that you're limited, it's that you have limited yourself. I always ask people, do you want to be like that person who gave you that advice? And if the answer is no, then you shouldn't take advice from that person. So for example, if your parents said, hey, you just have to work really hard to make money, and you just got to hustle, you got to keep your head down and stay at the job and hopefully elevate and whatever. Let's say they gave you that advice. Go to college and do this and do that. And you've done that. My question to you is your parent a millionaire, a billionaire, somebody you look up to and you're like, yeah, I want to be like them? If not, why are you taking advice from this person? Why are you listening to their advice when they can't really help you because they've only done things their way? So let's move on to number 2, equating earning to worthiness. That is the second one that I see so often. A lot of people feel that they have to earn things and work hard for things in order to receive things. I actually spoke about this on Instagram, and I wasn't expecting that reel to kind of blow up the way it did and snowball the way it did, with over 18,000 views on it. But people were commenting and they were like, wow, he didn't do it. So for example, there was a guy who was sharing that he wanted an engagement ring and to be able to afford it, but he couldn't. So he decided to do Uber Eats. And then all these companies said they were so touched by his story and by his series that they wanted to reach out and actually give him the engagement ring, but he wouldn't accept it. And no matter how many times they said, hey, this is the 3rd time we're reaching out, we also sent you DMs, and people were like, he doesn't want your money. He wants to be able to work hard and earn it for himself. And That's because he grew up with the mentality that everything that you receive has to be earned. You have to work hard for the things that you receive. And a lot of people teach their kids this, that you can't get this without that, and you have to really earn it. You don't have to earn everything you receive. Sometimes things are just blessings, opportunities, doors that are opening on your behalf. Those things that you're trying to manifest are coming before you, and you're saying, nope, don't want it. And so just make sure and keep in mind that this continues to block your receiver field every time you have to earn something or do it yourself. Every time that pride or ego steps in and says, nope, we can't take that, we can't accept that. If someone offers to do something kind for you, say thank you and accept it and receive it. And that's it. Is real simple. It's actually easier, but we make it super complicated. The third thing and final thing I will leave you with that blocks your receiver field and will continue to block your receiver field, I touched on this a little bit, but I'm going to get more specific and clear on this one, is the equation mentality. So the equation mentality is where you say, in order to get to Z, I have to do X plus Y in order to get to Z. That is a limiting belief. You might see it that way because that's how everyone else around you has done it and has said, this is a proven method or this is a proven way of doing things. Well, it worked for them, but it does not necessarily mean it will work for you. And I think some people have an issue with taking the easy way out. For example, they're like, stop trying to always get over or find an easier way. If there are easier ways or loopholes or opportunities, then you should take them. There doesn't always have to be an X plus Y equals Z equation. And that is the logical mind blocking you from the opportunity to see a better, easier, or more efficient way of doing things. You can actually incorporate simplicity into your life by asking yourself the question, how can I make this easier? How can I make this more simple? How can I do this more efficiently and get this out quicker, instead of allowing the overthinking and over planning and overdoing to get in the way? So yes, those are the three things that block a lot of your receiver fields from being able to receive more in even a shorter span of time and help you to quantum leap to where you actually want to be and where you want to go. If this video hit you, definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you have any questions, I will answer them in the next video. Until then, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button because I have more videos just like this. Peace.